So, I discuss a lot about how the true definition of wealth is seeking true wealth. I think Rick Ross says in something, true wealth is seeking is true wealth. You know what I mean? In so many words, the true idea of being a wealthy king or queen is seeking that which is that entirely, purely wealth. Money is a tool to wealth, but it is not wealth in itself. So, by keeping our attention fixated on money, the handlers in this system draw us from our own wealth. Simple process. Duh, what does all that mean? The key is to keep items or cycles yourself that amplify your own personal wealth. When this happens, the universe sends you back what your self-worth has produced for it to judge. So, if I had $12, right, and my subconscious knows that 12 is a number of completion, it's a number of royalty, it's a number of destiny, it's also a composite of 3. If my subconscious knows all these things, instead of buying, a cheeseburger and a can of beer, roughly, what if I took the $12 to a car wash and made it 48? You little change machine. What if I inserted that? And what if my subconscious knew that most people would say, why the hell would you want 48 quarters? Who cares about that shit? Why would you want that? But what if my subconscious knew the original properties of 12 and to put those properties into the quarters? And what if I put those quarters in like a royal chamber that was, similar to something like this? Doesn't have to be this, obviously, but, once again, a chamber to nurture the wealth. Because remember, the original seed of this wealth is 12. If I know the properties of 12 and I've customized the properties of 12 in my head, then that means that the principles in these will bring the principles of what I just put forth in the universe. So that was a lot of P words to say that the true wealth of things are decided by you and your subconscious. So if you've never reprogrammed what you think wealth is, then no disrespect, but you'll always chase the money. Will we ever strive to be wise and not wealthy? Will we seek wisdom before wealth? Are they the same? I think subconsciously there's just too many distortions of what wealth is, and as a result, we can't, fixate a new definition. We can't return to a child's version of wealth without thinking about adult burdens. We can't return to a child's version of wealth without thinking of adult burdens. But we can purchase or make little reminders to take us back to our little imagination self, right? What is this? What is this? Huh? It's a cat or the goddess Bast. You don't see me worshiping her. You don't see me paying homage to her. I'm holding her. She's a part of me. Alright? Now, does this mean I'm rich? No. But if my subconscious has an intimate link with Bast, and I call upon her protective energies for abundance, prosperity, and fortune, does that make me a wealthy man? Do I need to ask anybody for approval is the more important question. So just 2 small ways. if I have $11 and let's say I go for a run, right? Let's say I go for a run through a trail or through a forest or something on Saturday. Alright, and let's say on Saturday I go running in the hour 3. Okay, so I got $11 in my car. I wouldn't, or in my home, I wouldn't take the 11 with me. Knowing me, I'd probably drop it. But let's say I got $11 and I'm going in the hour 3, and let's say 3:00 p.m. on Saturday on the East Coast is the hour of Saturn. So if Saturn is the seed lord, he's the seed master, he's the lord of harvest, lord of wealth, lord of material manifestation. And if I go jogging and utilize energy in the hour of Saturn, let's not only say that, let's say while I'm jogging, I listen to some music with some blazing electric guitar. When I say blazing, I just basically mean really loud and, really good. So I'm talking stuff like anything from, Jimi Hendrix to any type of really heavy rock or even heavy metal, if you can get into that. Buddy Guy, any intense electric vibration. Remember, because Saturn is L electric. So any type of electric amplification is going to boost the Saturnian pull. So what if I was jogging and using my energy, and let's say the sun was out, and it was vitalizing me even further. So what if all this energy was converging, and then after the run, or let's say midway between the run, I get to this clearing, right, and I'm meditating, and I concentrate all my energy upon the number 33. For me, it's a master number, obviously, but let's say I'm concentrating all my energy on 33, not to become a 33 something, not for any sort of trivial result, just concentrating all my faculties on that number, 33. Not necessarily saying it, but it's all coming to me, 33. Of course, if you jog, if you don't, I highly recommend it, because it'll help you go into trance. It'll help your ritual work. If you have a stone or some sort of, I have my chalice here, have some sort of device or some sort of tool for your work to bring in some sort of energy, so that 33 or whatever number or frequency or outlet that you choose, you want to make sure that it holds an important resolve in your heart. And I like to use the item simply because the item kind of puts your spiritual signature there, so you can transport yourself between these dimensions to manifest the results that you want. It's quite helpful. So we take an item, and let's say we're in the spot and we're meditating, and then on our run back, that's all we're thinking about. We got our music blaring again, still within the hour 3. You can do this within any hour, okay? But ultimately, you want to know what deities will correlate best with what hour you're in. So when you're dealing with wealth and you're dealing with the Saturday, there's no better time than 3 p.m. for me. It may be different for you, You could work it. It all depends on your house. It all depends on your personal avatar. It depends on, a whole bunch of things. You have the God particle, so designate that to whatever realm of the supernatural you wish. Okay? So we're going to basically talk about how this will all swirl using your energy back to get back to your automobile, to your home. What if I take that $11 and I go to that same car wash. Thus, I'm increasing my quantity. It seems that I'm decreasing what I have in my hand, although I'm really transmuting the energy I use during the hour of Saturn to add to my personal wealth within. This is real. This has worked. It's worked countless times. It'll work in your own personal life. I'm not saying you have to go to a car wash. Works for me. But, you figure out your own way. You figure out how your ritual work can speak to you. I'm born on the number 8. I'm also born in October. Okay, and I also have Pluto in my second house. So that doesn't mean I'm going to be rich all my life, but it means when it comes to money and numbers and material currency, I'm inclined to deal well with that. So this particular system has worked for me. But, those are my houses. I'm not perfect. The God particle is seeking you. Let it find you.